The Commanders went on the road and beat a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team with a doink field goal at the end. Still went through. That's all that matters. And they are going to play a rested Detroit Lions football team. Jayden Daniels played his ass off. Jay, do the Commanders have a chance against the Lions?
Let me switch hats for you. All right, here we go. It's autographed by Colt McCoy and Kirk Cousins, and the Robert Griffin one is kind of faded.
Did you scrub that one off?
Let's go. Anyway, yes, they do have a chance. I'll tell you why. Because they play great in critical moments, man. They've won 6 games on the last possession. Jayden Daniels, or last possession, they've come from behind 6 different times. They're never out of it. This quarterback has a great poise and leadership and command of the offense. Kingsbury and Daniels have a great connection right now. And defensively, I like what Dan Quinn does, man. They're not great by any stretch of the imagination. I don't have any first-team Pro Bowlers, but they play great as a unit. They fly to the football. They tackle well. They're sound in what they do. They don't give up many big plays. So, yeah, they have a chance. It's going to be tough because Detroit, we know, is awesome on offense. We know about their offensive line, their tight ends, their running backs, their quarterbacks playing a high level, their receiving core. They got different types, most likely, and they'll be able to have shut down the passing game probably. But Zach Ertz, De'Ami Brown, Austin Eckler. The thing about Washington I like is they've used different people in critical situations now. De'Ami Brown had some big plays. Austin Eckler had some big plays. Zach Ertz had some big plays. So they have different guys hurting you in critical situations, which will help them come Detroit Lion Day, which will be a hell of a tough task. But I think Washington will stick with them and be a great game.
Justin, no team has had more injuries, especially on their defense, than the Detroit Lions. They needed a bye week in the worst way. They got it. Do you think that gives them an advantage going into this game?
Well, Jay, NFC North, brother. Come on now. They just got trounced in round 1. We said the Vikings. I bought into the Jordan Love hype. The Lions had the real hype in the NFC North all along with the injuries. Some massive news coming out from Lions land. David Montgomery, coming off that PCL injury, is going to give it a go. Me and AQ were doing a little breakdown before, and he mentioned that Thunder and Lightning, the Sonic and Knuckles, having Montgomery back is massive. They also had Terrion Arnold leave last game and Kevin Zeitler. 2 very, very key pieces. It looks like they're trending in the right direction to play in this game. Obviously, Aiden Hutchinson's still out. Carlton Davis is probably still out. But they are getting healthy at the right time. Anzalone came back, play with a freaking cyborg arm. I mean, he looks like he's going to go out there and play inspired for this defense. No one needed to buy more, and the Detroit Lions are getting healthy, and that is a scary team to play.
Well, they're going to be going against a stud rookie quarterback. Colt, what impresses you most about this young rookie phenom quarterback?
Listen, man, he doesn't get phased, right? He could have stitches in his cheek or whatever happened in that game and just throw his helmet back on and go make plays. They didn't punt the entire game. Rookie quarterback on the road playing against a Todd Bowles coached Buccaneers defense and all the exotic pressures and looks. Like, that's crazy. I know they missed on a 4th down conversion, but come on, man. Like, playing on the road in prime time, that's hard to do. Jay hit it earlier. I just like his poise. I think he and Cliff are on the same page. And if he can continue to just play by the script, do what he's coached to do, get your eyes in the right place, run when you need to run, I think that'll be the running part will be a big difference in this Lions football game. You can say all you want about they're rested and healthy. The health part, I'm not sure about, like, especially on defense. I think Jayden Daniels' legs is a big factor in this game. You're in the playoffs. You're in the second round of the playoffs. We're going to throw everything we got at you. And Cliff always has a trick play or 2 dialed up. He hadn't called a bunch this year, but he has them ready, I promise you. And I just, the poise of Jayden Daniels, how he operates, he's smooth, he's accurate. I mean, the go balls that he throws to Terry McLaurin, I mean, he drops them in a bucket every time. It's awesome. And so it's just another game for these guys. They know they're the underdogs. They're well coached. Dan Quinn's got this unit playing great. They're confident in each other. And I promise you, if the game gets tight, they know how to win close games. They've done it 6 times this year. So that's a product of having a young quarterback that's on the same page with his coordinator. And I'm excited about this one. And I do. Again, I said it already, but I do think his legs could be a difference in this game.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Jayden's been great. Cliff has been great. The offense gets a lot of love. Jay, what is the defense going to have to do? Because listen, at the end of the day, this game is going to come down to who can stop the other team's offense more, right? Like that's what it comes to. Whoever scores the most points wins. So how do you stop Detroit's offense?
That is a great question because nobody's been able to do it yet, AQ. That's for sure. You know, it's like, hell, let's play coverage and watch Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery run right down our throat. Let's get after the running game and stop the run and watch this play action passes go right over our head. I mean, so it's pick your poison. I think you got to be aggressive with them. I think there's also time to be conservative and let David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs run for 3 or 4 yards and try to make them drive the ball down the field, 12 plays. And play great red zone defense and play third down defense. Now with Dan Campbell, you got to play great fourth down defense as well. So you just got to make them earn every blade of grass, tackle well, pursuit of the football, get your hands in the passing lanes if you can, and try to make some plays defensively and get the ball back for your offense. But at the end of the day, Detroit's going to score. We know that. But we're hoping Washington scores as well and comes down to the wire at the end.
It's going to be a race to get the most points in this game like it is every week. And just like it's a race to get to 20,000 subscribers here on the Clean Pocket channel, we can't thank everyone enough for liking, following along, subscribing. Keep following along with us as we get to 20,000 subscribers all the way to the Super Bowl. Justin, Detroit's offense has escaped injury much more than their defense has. Are they able to outscore everybody en route to winning a Super Bowl?
100%. I mean, it all starts with the quarterback, Jared Goff. You hear the Jared Goff chants everywhere you go around Detroit. They're getting David Montgomery back, which we mentioned earlier. He is the one that's the bowling ball that knocks everyone over. If that knee is healthy, it is crucial for this Detroit Lions offense. We saw Jahmyr Gibbs, if he gets the bulk of the carries, he's in that same category as Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, etc. They are dynamic out of the backfield. Amon Robbins, day one. Penei Sewell, Decker, Frank Ragnow in the middle, Kevin Zeitler, who's also going to play in this game. I think that they have all the key elements to outscore everybody, and they have a head coach that believes in them and is going to go for it on fourth down. I think it's going to be one of those rare instances where everyone says defense wins championships. The Detroit Lions might prove a lot of people wrong this year.
It'll be insane if they're able to overcome all the injuries on defense. But let's talk a little bit about being an underdog since this show is part of Underdog. Colt, talk a little bit about being as big of an underdog as Washington will probably be going into this game, and also Detroit having so much pressure on them, not only to win this game, but to go all the way to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, I think that there is that plays a factor in the regular season. As much as you want to, not believe that, it really does. Like there's different factors. There's times in regular season where it's a matchup in the division and you're playing good and you got guys healthy that Vegas is generally right. I would say when you get into the playoffs, throw it out the window. Like I wouldn't bet against Washington being an underdog. These guys are good. They've got a lot of confidence. They got a lot of momentum. So is Detroit. This game is going to come down to Detroit's ability to light up the scoreboard and can Washington hang on and stop and keep up, right? And if they can control the clock, if they can run the football, Jay and I talked about this earlier. If Washington can run the football against this Detroit Lions front who's been banged up, they're going to have a chance, right? That's Detroit's playbook. They chew up the clock. They hit you with run here, Montgomery here, Gibbs here, screen, shallow route to Amon St. Brown, then a shot down the field to Jameson Williams for a touchdown. And they can score in so many different ways. But if Washington doesn't punt like they did last week, if they control the clock, if they run the football, if Jayden Daniels scrambles around and creates some plays, like they're going to hang around. And so all the Vegas odds and all the underdog, large point spread, to me, when you get in the playoffs, it's throwing everything you got out there, and it can come down to the wire. And I fully expect this to be a really good game. I think Detroit's good. I think they're poised. I think they win big games like last week to play for the number 1 seed. They figured it out against Minnesota. But I think this is going to be closer than people think.
In football, every game means more during the playoffs, and you can start your own personal playoffs on Underdog, where you could cash in on touchdowns, interceptions, yards, or more. All you have to do is pick higher or lower, and you could take home up to 1,000 times your money if you get your picks right. It's that simple. Millions of fans have already won billions of dollars making picks. Sign up for Underdog today using promo code POCKET, capital POCKET, and you'll get a free pick as a part of your first cash entry plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. Again, that's promo code POCKET. Well, it sounds like Jay's flipping coins over there.
What's he doing? Tech decks over there?
I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? Was that mine?
Yeah, I think it was. It sounded cool. I thought you were flipping a coin to see who you were going to pick. So I'm going to go to you. Who do you got in this game?
Who do I have in this game? Are we taking a spread or are we taking just the winner?
We're just taking the winner.
Taking the winner?
Colt said throw spreads out the window, so we're going to find out who he picks here soon.
I got to take Detroit at Detroit. I think it's going to be a close game like Colt mentioned, but I think at the end of the day, that offensive line will wear down the front for the defensive line. If Washington has a weakness on defense, it's probably the defensive line. They do get Jonathan Allen back. Payne hurt his hand last week. I don't know if he's playing or not, but I think at the end of the day, they will wear down that front, and Jared Goff will go crazy.
Yeah, Payne posted a picture of that pinky injury, I think it was. I mean, it was pretty gruesome looking. I would imagine he will play, though. Colt, who do you have in this game?
Oh, man. I stinking love the Detroit Lions, dude, but I do think this is going to be a tough one. At the end of the day, though, I'm running with Detroit. I think this offense just can score at will. I think they know that. I think they embody that. I think they have that attitude of like, yeah, everybody's banged up. Nobody's giving us a shot. We're still good. Right, Kevin Zeitler can walk out on the street, play with his cutoff T-shirt and his Jordans, and still be fine out there. That's the attitude that these Detroit offensive linemen have. And Jared Goff gets to play behind that and distribute the football. They get Montgomery back. I think the offense is just too much for Washington. Although I do think it's going to be a close game. But it'll be hard for me not to take Detroit. So I'm rolling with them at home.
All right, Justin, who do you got?
Colt sold me. I thought he was going Washington. Spreads don't matter. Detroit Lions are winning this game, and they're covering the spread. The offense is going to be too much to handle. And if Montgomery, Zeitler, Terrion Arnold look good and healthy, watch out, man. That defense is getting healthy at the right time. They're getting one of their key players back on offense. Detroit's looking to make this run, and I think they're a little more healthy than people are probably giving them credit for right now.
If I'm Dan Quinn, I'm saying please give the ball to Montgomery, not that damn Gibbs guy. Jesus. But anyway, go ahead.
Couldn't agree more. But regardless, they're going to run for 200 yards and they're going to beat the shit out of Washington, in my opinion. Hey, sorry.
Watch yourself over there.
Sorry. I take Washington in a big one. Oh, wait, sorry. Detroit in a big one.
Oh, gee, I was going to say. that would have been a little desperation play. I think me and AQ got Detroit and covering, and I think Colt and Jay have Detroit but Commanders covering, right?
That's correct.
Absolutely.
All right. Maybe we should add that to give everyone a chance to get back in this thing against the spread.
I mean, I got Washington as the worst team left in the playoffs. Sorry, old Redskin over there.